a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's up? Um, let me see something. Okay, my sound's coming through. Sinister 3.0. My game is next level. I got upgraded. That's supposed to be backwards, but I bought this Bluetooth headphones. I hope it's coming. The sound is registering because the little icon has the waves around it when I stop the cam, so I know it's recording audio. Um, it feels kind of weird not having my other ear covered, but I can get up, and if I have to go to the shelf, I can go to the shelf. I don't have to worry about about wires getting in the way. I got this at a store called Lot Less. It's called a SOAR, SOAR, um, headphone, Bluetooth headphone headset. I also got this, which I've been waiting to get for a while. This is from Five Below. It's a gaming chair, green screen. So it's attached to the back of my chair. Uh, this, even though it's a green screen, I'm not going to use it as a green screen. I'm just going to use it so you guys can't see into the background because it's hot in the summer, and I have the AC off for now. But just so my wife can get some breeze into the room. But here we are. I think this is better. I've tried the green screen effect from StreamYard on it, and it kind of sucks because the room's not brightly lit. And then after I got the green screen, I realized it doesn't cover the wideness of my of my of my camera. My camera is widescreen, so this is great if you have a 4:3. But if you have widescreen, you can still see the sides. But at least it covers up something. You can still see junk in the dark. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone's okay, surviving this heat, which is crazy. You know, the politicians are like, oh, climate change, Greta Thunberg, what's that? And then it's like, oh my gosh, we're melting, we're melting. And I'm like, yeah, climate change, you dummies. That's what it is. But anyway, enough about politics. I have a big show for you. So let's get this show on the road. First thing is going to be my toy haul. Uh, I put my icon in green to match the green screen. So I went to Target and I picked up some more of these. Well, last time I was there, excuse me, I'm going to mute. Last time I was there, I picked up some Gundam Infinities, but I left these guys. This is the RX-78-2, first Gundam, which is the ugliest Gundam design. I guess it's the plainest, but they had a whole bunch of them. They had the Artemis, but it looks like the Artemis sold out. When you combine them, when you get all the pieces, you can build a Zaku too. This one, the RX-78, comes with the arms of the Zaku. And as you can see, they're on clearance for 389. I got two. I already own one because I bought these guys off of GameStop.com for the full price, 11.99, a few months back. But since they're in clearance, I decided let me pick one up. I'm gonna customize one, and one is like a Lucy, to have on the shelf. But one of them I'm gonna panel line and paint. So I got those at Target. I went all over the Target world looking. The Studio Series 86 guys. No, not Studio Series 86. The Bumblebee movie guys and Perceptor. Target has them for like $13, $11. They're on sale. I thought it was like for a week, but I checked on Sunday and it was still on sale. But I went to two other Targets and I couldn't find any. The Targets that I had seen that they had those in stock a few months ago, they were sold out. So I'm like, that's not gonna. I'm never gonna find those guys for 11 or $13 unless they show up at closeout stores. Here's hoping. I mean, that Perceptor, he's good. He's good. I have the Thrilling 30. I mean, the Titans Return one, but I still want that Perceptor. But I'm not right now. I'm not really crazy about buying. And then I went to Amazing Savings. And I picked up another Megatron and another Megatron. This one's to customize. This one, I guess, is to keep in package. Amazing Savings is a local closeout store here in New York. They have these guys for $6.99, which isn't really cheap. Thinking that core class is like $11.99, still better than $11.99. But this I would the perfect price would be $4.99, not $6.99. And I picked up another Optimus. These two guys, Megatron's a little loose on his legs. He has ball joints. So I'm going to tighten him up with some pledge. And I'm going to panel line and paint them. I also have an extra sound wave that I started panel lining and painting. I want to get a hot rod from Burlington. But the Burlington that I went to, all they had was sound wave. And I got enough sound waves. Burlington also has a rat trap, but I'm not too crazy about Meat Beast. And Burlington has these guys for like $5.99 instead of $6.99. So you got that. And that's about it for Toy Haul. Next up is the Wheelies Dealies. If you've been following me on social media, you probably know that I've been posting stuff. You should. On Instagram, I'm Aries0083. I have a TikTok, Aries0083, but I haven't been posting there lately. I've been kind of in a like uh, downwind kind of mood. I'm chilling, trying to do stuff that I like, watching movies, customizing robots. Videos are like the last thing on my mind because there's so much work. But so you've probably seen this, but I'm gonna post it here. I'm gonna share the screen. The only deal that is available now. So retailer Dorkside Toys has this is the live web page. They have a Legacy Metroplex in stock. He's $199.99. You get free shipping. Ships from the U.S., so you should be able to get it really quick. I think their address is. I think their base is located in Tennessee. Tennessee. Yep. Murfrees. Murfrees. Murfreesboro, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So it ships from the U.S. And yeah, if you're crazy about this, I want to get him, but I'm gonna wait. Uh, 200 bucks is too much right now for me. I don't like his head design, but his body is okay, but his head not so much. But if you're one of those collectors that are like, I gotta get it right away, I gotta get it fast, there you go. Big Bad Toy Store had Motor Master in stock, but I guess he sold out. And now the listing shows pre-order. It was 89.99, and also CMD Store has had Sludge in stock. He sold out. That's why I'm not putting him here. And they also had Motor Master, but they were selling Motor Master for like 107 or 117, a little more, so you could get it early, but they had it. And both of those are sold out. So thanks for playing. And I guess that's it for the wheelies dealies. If I'm going kind of quick, it's because the SDCC stuff, there's a lot, and I want to get through it quick. There was one person in the chat, I mean, in the watching the live stream. They'll probably come back. YouTube is kind of weird, or maybe those are bots just looking. I don't know. Anyways, let's go. It's time for the SDCC San Diego Comic Con 2022 reviews, which are meh. I'm gonna spoil it. I stole the meh from YouTuber Avilier. I believe he's a Spanish reviewer. I believe he lives in Mexico, but his video was called uh, San Diego Meh Con. So I stole the Meh DCC 2022 because it was meh. Anyone will tell you that. But let's go to these pages. The other thing is why I'm probably rushing is this. Runs on a battery, so I don't know how long the battery is going to last. So in the middle of the review, I might have to switch to analog. But here's hoping that I'll be able to get this done before this thing dies. So I'm going to share the screen. All right, so this was part of Wheelies Dealies, but I'm done. So Metroplex and Blackout and the Cyberverse Deluxe 3-pack are found at U.S. retail. These were found in a Target in New Jersey, in Brick, New Jersey. Um, the Targets that I went to over the weekend didn't have any of these. Um, I've heard in the past, usually around San Diego Comic Con and New York Comic Con, sometimes random locations, get these new toys. I remember way back when in the Toy Biz Marvel Legends days, like a Walmart in the middle of nowhere got the Giant Man wave during the SDCC of that year, and only showed up at that one store. So I think this is the same thing. So if you hear this, don't go crazy. Although check, because I think Duran Land of TFYOP, he noted that he found his Metroplex at a I think it was at a Walmart or a Target. He just went in looking for stuff and it was there. So check, but don't go nuts. And another thing here, let me see. Yeah, so this is Motor Master. Even though CMD store had Motor Master, I'm gonna wait for these guys for me to find them instead of being like, ooh, I want to be first. I'm gonna buy it. So I'm gonna wait. I'll try to get them as cheap as I can. I know Skylinks and Rodimus went on sale a lot of times before eventually being sold out. So if you're like me and you value the money you have, which is not a lot, you're gonna wait. But if you're rich, go for it. Run around, waste gas, and find Motor Master. Now we're really gonna get into the SDCC news. The first thing I want to bring up is the reveals. It's weird the way I open the tabs in Chrome and the way um, StreamYard lines them up in the option for me to pick. Um, it's weird. So all right, I'm gonna start with the first. In the beginning, there was the Transformers reveal panel, the first post with the bad pictures. My favorite website is Trans TFW 2005. If you want to know why, just look at Aaron Archer's TF Wiki article and you'll see. Anyways, they got a whoever was at the panel got a bad seat, and all these pictures are kind of like blown out. But I do want to make point of the notes that are here, which are important. So while these are notes from the panel, so it says bot modes of new wave reviews. Sorry, alternate modes and accessories will be shown August 16th. So they only showed the robot modes. Skogren was first. Submerged Pretender Shell with robot mode. Mark worked with Yuki-san on Skogren. It seems each American designer works with a Japanese Takara designer, or each Hasbro designer works with a Takara designer, which is good, because if I've learned anything from George Lucas is like you shouldn't you shouldn't do everything by yourself. Star Wars fans will be like, I love the original trilogy. Lucas directed the first one. Kurt Kushner, wait, directed the second one, and then Marquand directed the third one. So everyone loves those. But then when he went to the prequels, he directed all three. And then the sequel trilogy was like JJ, Ryan Johnson, JJ. So I don't know. It's good to work with other people. They'll put you in your place or put you in check. They won't be yes men. Next is Blanker, which is point blank. Blanker will have Minicon accessory. They're trying to create the cohesiveness on dioramas since there's no official story. I don't know what that means. I guess they want all the pictures to have a purple background. Mark worked with Suis, who's, I'm sorry, Suisan on Blanker. Hasui Suisan, yeah, Hasui-san on Blanker. Next is Crankcase, who is a partial use of skids. Last Deluxe is Dead End. Team worked hard for cartoon look. First Voyager, Armada Starscream. Mark worked with Atoku-san, whose last generation's character was Armada Starscream before moving to MP. Starscream's boosters flap up. Next is Beast Wars Inferno, worked with Tomo-san. If you're noticing, I think the Transformers team, uh, there's Evan, Sam, and Mark. Mark works on Legacy. Um, that's my understanding of it. Mark works on Legacy. Evan works on Studio Series 86, and Sam works on Studio Series. So my favorite designer, of course, is Evan. I'm sorry, Mark. Mark has the passion, but the look of the Legacy, I don't like it. That's why this is meh reviews. They even Dead End doesn't look good, but that'll come later when I'm looking at the pictures. So Beast Wars Inferno with Tomo-san. That's Mark. They didn't put his name because it's Mark. Color matched CG model. Leader class T Transmetal 2 Megatron. Sam worked with Hajime-san. I guess Sam worked with Hajime on the Legacy. I guess I was wrong. And I'll admit it, not like some people who think they know everything. And they'll gaslight their friends too. Legacy reviews done. On to Q&A. Q&A is usually, they should screen these questions because sometimes there's a lot of dumb questions. But favorite collabs or want for collabs? Ben wants G.I. Joe collab. Ben is the marketing guy. I believe he's the guy he's the bigger dude. Evan wants transforming Chocobo. Evan, I remember he announced Zoids Wild, and that it disappeared. So I feel like he likes Japanese toys a lot. Isabella wants a Pokemon collab, and Sarah wants other Nickelodeon properties. Sarah, I I don't know if who Sarah is. I might know. I think I don't know if she's the employee who took the maternity leave, but I know Isabella works with the games. Reptar from Rugrats was suggested. More IDW and Nautica asked for. I would love to see those the female Autobots, the female chameleons that Alex Milne designed for a comic for 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 a show for them to show up in the comics. Those designs are great. I don't know what they would transform into. I love Velocity. Um, Maybe like the team took the Bumblebee designs and transformed that. They could probably do that with Milne's designs. But go with Roche because he's awesome. More on that later, but he's not awesome. Mini vehicles, Brawn Gears will make it eventually. Potential for re-release of Coneheads and Legacy. I want to suggest to Ben, he's the marketing guy. I would love to see, like, you see how Star Wars has a archive line. Do that with Transformers. Transformers used to have Transformers Universe, where they would release old or repainted old modes repainted. Do that. I would love to see Six Shot again, or Overlord. Well, I got enough Overlords, but I didn't get Sky Shadow. Do something like that. And in terms of that face scan technology, that take a Optimus and maybe face scan a person's face with the Optimus helmet around it or the Megatron helmet, because they're missing from that line. Just give me a moment. I got gas. Just as I mute my mic, the gas goes away. Stupid gas. Anyway, um, maybe Armada Optimus for 20th anniversary. Everyone keeps talking about that Armada Optimus. Uh, Mark, the first time he talked about it, he said that sometimes they make mock-ups. and that won't get made. So I hope we don't see this done just so that the fanboys can twist twist their knits or whatever. Because just wait for it to happen. If he said that, if he said that it's probably not going to happen, then just why? That's like asking for the G1 Unicron, that Transformers toy that was designed but never came out. Some things don't get made, dummies. The final reveal is a post exclusive or unpacks an Alpha Trion, which I mentioned on my last video. Packs from Cup, Trions from Scourge. Two pack box revealed, and the end of panel. So that's it for that. So it was all right. I'm gonna bring up. We're 26 minutes in. I think I'm making good time. All right, so here's the pictures of the stuff that was reviewed. There's a video here. So here we got the lineup of guys. Ramadan. Hmm, my internet's acting up. So here's our modest Starscream. You know what? Let me. Guess I got too many tabs open. So I'm gonna just click on the ones that I like. I like Point Blank. People are complaining about his hollow legs and his weird crotch. This crotch just reminds me of Omega Supreme because he has this weird crotch. But it is what it is. I'm sure it's made like that so that these parts can go into here when the legs fold for the transformation. Um, I I do like that they did make the cockpit. They gave me what I wanted, which was the front of the car as the shoulders, and the roof of the car has his chest with the window facing towards it, like the front of the window pointing towards his head. His head does seem different though. I'm sure in the box art he had like some things on the side of his head, but seems like his head is pointy. But I like this toy. People are like, eh, but I like it. I can't wait to get like multiple copies of this guy. He comes with a Target Master, but I don't care. As I want to see the car, the alt mode. I'm sure it'll look great. The hood, I like the hood. I mean the top of the car, the windshield and stuff. The hood looks excellent. I'm wondering where the fire is, because he has flames on him, just like Hot Rod. But I like this guy. I can't wait. Here's Crankcase. Crankcase looks ugly. He's a retool of Skids, from what I've heard, what people are saying. He has a good head sculpt, though. It would be cool if they included an extra head with his head half destroyed, like it was in the IDW comics. But that's not going to happen. Not on the solo scale. Maybe if he was in a box set, but just him, nah. But I don't like the chest. It's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. And we got Dead End. We're doomed. I like his head sculpt, but the chest is kind of wonky. And just like with Wild Rider, he's oddly flat. But I want to build Menasor. I want to get at least 2, 3 Menasors. So one for the collection, one to customize, and one to display. So I want to get him. He. I like the Combiner Wars one better, but still, he looks good for what he is. Then we got Orion Pax and Alpha Trion. Orion looks great. I like the cup mode. Um, the only issue I have with Cup is a stupid face, but the rest of them is great. But they nailed everything here. So he has a great head sculpt. His chest is decent, and he turns into a cool little truck, a little cup truck. So yeah. And Alpha Trion, I don't know. I like Alpha Trion. I consider myself the Alpha Trion of Transformers. No, I mean that's just me in my mind. Like I'm an old man. I'm old and wise, but I can be a bit of a dummy and an arrogant jerk. But he's okay. His chest is weird because this painted thing is supposed to be a physical thing, and then finally his face sculpt breaks him. I'm sorry, this thing is ugly, ugly as sin. The Cyberverse one that turns into a cool ship. That if he had articulation, he would be excellent. This guy is decent, but he's not great. His head breaks it. I like that he comes with the key to Vector Sigma, and he comes with Vector Sigma also. Before Cybertron was, I was a ball. Do it. Dad, can I get a gumball? Just wait, son. Just wait. Please, a gumball. Just wait. I'm putting the key in, gumball, please. Sorry, I got a racer out there. I guess that end doesn't like me talking stuff about him. We got a Meat Beast Megatron. People have been complaining about the head. I'm just complaining about everything. Ugh. But if this is your thing, more power to you. $50 power to you. But I don't like this. If I find him for like $15.99, like I found Beast Wars Megatron, then yeah. Same goes with Meat Beast Inferno. I like the character, but his design's kind of ugly. It was even ugly in the show. And you got Skullgrin here. I have the Powers of the Prime Skullgrin, the little Prime Master with the shell. He's okay. I guess his big head on his little robot body lets you know, at least to me, it's like I'm not really a transformer. I mean, or I'm not really a monster. I'm a transformer. That's why my head is so big. I gotta get. There we go. No one in chat, but it's to be expected. I didn't announce last week. I didn't do a live stream. I didn't even announce that I wasn't going to do one, and I just decided to do one today. So it's okay. Come back and watch it later. So if you look at Skullgrin, his horns, it looks like his head folds up and tucks into his body. He's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not too crazy about Skullgrin either. So the only ones out of these reveals that I really want, I want Blanker, maybe Starscream, and Dead End. That's it. So as you can see, that's a meh for me. I don't want these guys. If I could find these guys cheap, yeah, because people are going crazy pre-ordering stuff, and I'm pretty sure on Hasbro posts that the Ravage, the Decepticons Forever Ravage, I'm sure he's still on Hasbro posts. So yeah, go get your Meat Beasts. Show your support because Meat Beasts aren't selling well. People want it. They feel like they're the vocal majority, but they're not. Big dummies. Next up, I'm gonna just pull up this. This is another thing that was at the San Diego Comic Con. They did a Q&A. This was a different day. I think this was like on Sunday or something. So here we go. We got some dumb questions, some time wasting questions. If I were at a moderator at a panel, I'd be like, hey, everybody, listen up. You can ask questions, but one thing you cannot ask about is the future. And people will be like, ah, you can't be like, will we be getting this and this in the future? How about this in the future? Or this and this? They're not going to tell you. You're going to get an answer, but it'll probably be like, we're thinking about it, maybe, or it's in the cards, or all things are possible. So that's, don't ask those stupid questions, but people still do. And here we go. There's going to be some stupid questions in here, but some intelligent ones too. First question. Could we see High Moon video games figures in Studio Series from a dumb person? Anything's possible. You see? See what I'm talking about? Could we see Studio Series expand to include the off-screen movie toy line characters, like off-screen TV show characters and comic characters? Anything's possible. So there you go. You wasted your time. Congratulations. Next question. Are any generations off limits for Legacy? And no limits. It's in everything. Everything's encompassed. And I was thinking, what about Transformers? All right, Robots in Disguise 2001. And then I realized they made a Scourge for the Velocitron line, so it's not off limits. So will we see animated? Yes. Evan said he saw rumors about animated not being available for use, but those rumors are incorrect. They have rights to all the Transformers characters. It's a yes, but it's vague. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do Bumblebee. No. Next question. Anything on a new Transformers PC console game? Remember, talking about the future. Or Activision re-releases? Cannot comment on new game releases. They don't know anything because they're toy designers, you dummy. And if you want to get the Activision games, just open a Steam account, buy the game codes off of Amazon, and there you go. You can play. I'm playing War for Cybertron on my computer whenever the feeling hits me. But dummies. How has Cybertron Metroplex sold so far? Metroplex did well. Just don't have exact numbers at the moment because it's just hitting toy stores. I mean, I guess like Target will buy an amount, Walmart will buy an amount. They could probably comment on that, but if those sell and they order more, that's a better thing. But it's still too early to tell. Do they intend to continue Titans? Yes, the plan is to keep them going, of course, because it's selling, it's making money, If it was something that wasn't making money, that was warming the shelves, then maybe they wouldn't. Question: any chance of a new tidal wave? Future, remember, they hear the fans, they know. That's not a yes, that's not a no, because they can't tell you about the future, you dummy. But they know, they know people want tidal wave, which I think is stupid. If they made tidal wave, if I made tidal wave, it would be three leaders that combine into tidal wave, and they turn into their three boats. But people would be like, "That's not tidal wave." Next question: what led to more open fan interaction via Instagram accounts? Mark pushed for the Instagram initiative, which I'm grateful. As a fan, I like to know the inner workings of stuff. So them, and it gives them credit, because before that we never knew who was working. It'd be like John Warden and some other guy. But I think Lenny was working with the Transformers brand back when John Warden was there. So it's like people want to know, and let people get their credit. So when God forbids they get fired, they could be like, yeah, I was this guy on Hasbro. Like, I knew of Toy Guru Scott Knightlick. I knew of him. I didn't know his name. I knew he was the toy guru at Mattel, which I was like, it sounds arrogant as heck. But now he has his own channel. He's not working with Mattel anymore. But I know of him, and he has clout. So let these artists and these designers get their clout, Hasbro. Question: are they happy with the experience so far? Answer: yes, really happy with it. Are they open to redos of Studio Series characters that have already been done? Answer: he personally would like to do redos. I think it's Mark, but not certain as of now if it might actually happen. Redos. I guess that's like fixes. If you're talking about re-release, I'm sure a re-release of an old Studio Series figure would be easier to do than a redo. Is Cyberverse a possibility for Legacy? Yes. Do they have any plans for Cyberplanet keys? They may release, maybe release the keys as a weapons pack. I did see someone on the internet post a picture of their override with a Cybertron key in it, a cyber key in it. So the port works to fit the key, but I'm sure it's not gonna do anything but just plug in. How about mini cons? Once they move more fully into Armada, mini cons are indeed something they'll have to think about. Additional allotments of Velocitron Cosmos, please. Um, Answer: Walmart can run more if they want more, because that's Walmart's decision. If Walmart is like, man, we're going to be the guys who love Soundwave, and we're going to release Earthrise Netflix Soundwave forever and ever in new packaging and whatever, they could do that. But looks like Walmart is a horrible company, just like Amazon. So they don't care. They'll ship you essential oils instead of an Alicon. But that's not up to. I don't know why people think this is up to Hasbro. Could we see G1ified versions of the new Dinobots like Scorn? Answer: for G1 Scorn, they would prefer that in Studio Series somehow. AKA no. Because Studio Series is the movie, Scorn is a movie character, he wouldn't be G1. What's the next HasLab, please? The next HasLab is being worked on, but they can't give any dates or details, you dummy. You're wasting your time and mine. I could see the next HasLab as being like Dephsaurus, or and maybe the next Titan as being Grandis. How about shattered glass HasLabs like Unicron or Victory Saber? Wow. Wow. You're asking for a re-release of an $800 figure in different colors. If they wanted to move in that direction, they would probably have to test the waters with something like Shattered Glass Titans first. Omega Supreme was mentioned. We're getting a Guardian Omega, Omega Guardian in the future, so hopefully it's not Shattered Glass. But they did make Shattered Glass Jetfire, who is a commander class. A new Cybertron Optimus Prime and a Wing Saber, please. They think it's totally doable. They have Wing Saber. Uh, they th- they think it's totally doable to have Wing Saber attached as a backpack to Siege Cybertron Optimus Prime, which I hate that toy. More Cybertron Titans. Anything's possible, but daunting since that's a lot of Titans. And if you don't know, if you're not a Transformers fan, or you don't know about Cybertron, Transformers Cybertron, there was a planet called Gigantian, which had everyone on that planet was huge. Um, so they joke about Cybertron Titans being the Titans for the next 5 years, like Quick Mix or Menasor. And then they throw in Starscream, which after I think absorbing some power, he became huge. I love that toy, the big toy, and Primus, which people would be like, no, he has to be as big as Unicron. So that's not going to be a Titan if they ever make it, but I doubt they will. Primus wasn't in a movie. As you move further into Unicron trilogy characters, could we see power links from Armada Energon incorporated into the new legacy figures? Evan wants it to happen. What Transformers figure would you personally most like to make? I don't know who they asked, but Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, which would basically be Earthrise Optimus Prime with a few touches. Like they took Starscream, Earthrise Starscream, made him 86 Starscream. Just like add paint, maybe make his trailer better or something. But it's not a far stretch for Studio Series Optimus Prime. And maybe make the windows clear or something. Possibility of the 13 primes happening as figures. Mark and Evan talk about doing them all the time, actually. If it happened, the Fallen would be a tank, as expected. Could the Takara Armada Optimus Prime happen as a HasLab? Because it's an Optimus, it's hypothetically would never be a HasLab. Wow, I got a few more questions here. Let me. I'll probably just finish this and then just go through pictures. Did the delay of Rise of the Beast cause any figures originally planned for 2023 to be shifted to later? None that he can think of, because the movie comes out in 2023. So it's not going to be shifted to later. Are they looking into other ways the Takara Optimus Prime could be released? He would be mainline for sure if they did him. If they did him. Would it be the same one we saw or a new one? Jesus. It's possible he'd be paid based on the previous one because that's like just like an example. It's like engineering pilot, I think it's called. No, that's but or it could be a new one. Depends on how things work out. What weapon packs accessory would you want to happen? The gut gun for Cheetor. How long will Legacy run for? 3 years. As far as he knows, the current plans is for it to be a trilogy. Legacy was supposed to be a new Netflix trilogy of shows, but Netflix decided, nah, we're cheap butt heads. When it comes to animation or adaptions, yeah, we'll cancel that shit quick. But we don't want your Transformers. I'm sorry. We've been losing subscribers and raising prices. So yeah, we're Netflix. So I don't know. I mean, the Prime Wars trilogy sold well, and the Machinima series wasn't that great. Then I don't think it needed the fiction. It helps, but the toys were designed by the great John Warden, and his crew, so they all looked great. Well, some of them, but most of them looked great. Can we expect to keep seeing non G1 stuff after that? Yes, of course. You said we'll see animated in Legacy. He didn't say that. Let me see. So will we see animated? He did say yes. I'm sorry. I caught you on a lie. Shut up. You said we'll see animated in Legacy. So, what is the animated character you'd like most to do? Ratchet, Optimus, or Lockdown? Says Ratchet needs to be done better. Most wanted Beast Machines character, the Viacons, which they were. I'm thinking of the motorcycle guys, which were kind of ugly, but there were different types of Viacons. I think there were flying ones too, Jetstorm. If G1 Megatron was to be done in SS86, how would he be handled? Obviously, he wouldn't probably turn into a gun, pushes up glasses. So a tank? More likely a tank. Yes, more than likely a tank. For Earthspark, could we see Voyager's leaders in addition to the Luxes, or could we see Earthspark characters and generations? It's possible, but sticking with the Lux scale for now, maybe later down the line. Oh, for Earthspark, you're going to get those big ass, ugly Transformers that you have to lay down and transform or come with electronics. Earthspark is for kids. For the legacy animated stuff, they got a bug in their butt now. For legacy animated stuff, would they be in the original style or more G1-fied, like the Transformers Prime toys? The latter. Because if you want a toy that looks like the cartoon, go buy the original toy, you dummy. However, they have heard the stylization feedback about the Transformers Prime figures, so they are working on trying to find a better balance regarding the G1ification. But no, they're not going to make an exact copy from the show. That's impossible. There's a difference between a CGI model and a physical thing. It's like asking for a triple change or shatter or drop kick. You're not going to get that, you dummy. And don't call me a dummy. All right. All right, nerd. Let me get back to these questions. Just checking to see if there's anyone on the chat, but there isn't. And don't call me a dummy. Shut up, dummy. Eh. Could we also see more accurate versions of them and the Transformers Prime characters in studio series, though? Like I said, dummy, buy the old toys, but it's entirely possible. They're talking about expanding studio series beyond movies. What led to them expanding to more non G1 stuff after the heavy G1 focus in Prime Wars and the first two chapters of WFC? You really hate G1, don't you, nerd? Yes, I hate it. It's too old. Designers wanted to bring in the characters and the characters that needed updates, and people were tired of seeing the same ones. You know, like Wheeljack in Earthrise and in Kingdom and RC. Uh, does that answer your question, nerd? Will Legacy have any kind of story like War for Cybertron did? Shows, comics, etc.? Not to my knowledge, but if you knew what I knew, you'd know that Netflix was supposed to have a show, so just make up your own canon, nerd. Uh, I think this is fun. My next question, yes, nerd. How about depicting a story through box art or the back of the box, like connecting story across packaging? Uh, it's possible if you connect the two legacy boxes of the same class together, of a Decepticon and an Autobot, it creates like a collage. Really? Yes, nerd, you should know that. Will Generation Selects become continuing? It's not going anywhere, you dummy. We're making money out of it. Any rumors about it stopping are false. And this is just me, John, saying, now we're going to be releasing two Titans per year. Well, my wallet. Two Titans. So you got Metroplex and you got Black Zarek. Next year, you'll get unknown Titan and Omega Sentinel, or the Omega Guardian. Wow. Yeah, two. My wallet. Shut up. Uh, more obscure characters you'd like to bring in, like, well, Velocity, Javelin, the Cominions, and Mistress of Flame. Wow, those are girls. Uh huh. Your point? Oh, I don't like girls. Shut up, nerd. And what's your last question there? Last question. Is there a possibility of a HasLab Light? Because I'm poor. But I got to buy my third party toys, my upgrade kits. I collect G.I. Joe and Power Rangers, and I collect Gundam. To stop collecting so many stuff. That way you focus. And spend less. Buy what you want and what you like. You don't have to buy everything, nerd. But I'm a nerd. Shut up. Focus. Continue your question, please. My HasLab Light idea to introduce specific recolors and retools of the more obscure character fans uh, are hoping for it at the standard mainline scales. I don't know what you're talking about. Core or what? Deluxe? Huh? Leader? Voyager? I don't. What do you mean? As in smaller scale stuff, as opposed to the big grand items like Unicron or Victory Saber. So basically, you want made to order Transformers that don't have to be Commander class or huge, and you have to pay an arm and a leg. It'd probably just be Generation Selects or Post exclusives. I we that's do you like the DK guide? Yes. Then would you consider that being put into like your HasLab Light? Maybe. How about that Blue Trailbreaker? Yeah, they're Generation Selects. So basically, it's like Universe. but they would probably be Generation Selects or Post exclusives. Also, we would like to bring back the fan votes. But I hated the one about Victorian. Yeah, that one was kind of lame. The Windblade one, that was boss. We created a new character, and the fans got to design her. Any more questions, nerd? Nah. Do you want to ask Kotobukiya anything? Nah, I don't collect those. Okay, then. And that's it. I just spent an hour being a nerd. So uh, I'm just going to go through these pictures. It's been an hour. Uh, in conclusion, the designers, they're doing what they. I like the designers. I mentioned I like Evan the most, but he's mostly Studio Series 86. Uh, Mark and Legacy, most of the designs are bad, so I can save money for 3 years and just pick and choose out of Legacy. I'm I'm gonna try to avoid the FOMO. Like I got kind of a little bit of FOMO because I don't have pipes and Slammer and Tigatron and Waspinator. I don't have them. I would like to have them, but I'm not going to go out of the way and buy them at full price. If I find them at a closeout store, like at Ollie's, I'll get them. But if it if if it dies, it dies. So, but Legacy is going to save me a lot of money. This is awesome. Kingdom at cheap price. But let's take a look at the other things that I pulled up. I opened a few tabs here. So we got the ugly ass, excuse my language, ugly Earth Spark toys. This is the case. The only toy that I think I might buy if I ever see her is the is this one. I think she turns into a drone. But Nick Roche's designs are pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. La 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 la. Pretty ugly. La 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 la. Look at that face. It's not the truth. But yeah, Alita, you got this Megatron. So yeah, Earthspark toys. I I'm not gonna buy. I'm gonna pick and choose. I have a few Cyberverse toys. Like I have the the RC. I have the Cheetor. I wanted to get the Slug. I have the Hot Rod, the one that the deluxe one that came with the build figure part. And I got the black one, which is big, the Warrior class. But this Alita reminds me of Transformers RID 2015 vehicle. Here's my internet acting up. So this Alita looks like it was a pretty cool toy. I wanted to buy it, never got to see it cheap. Um, I think it's Quillfire. I like the beige one. I think that one was a female. And then you got Cyberverse Skywarp here. His ugly design. I think you're probably going to see a lot of Cyberverse toys slide into Earthspark. But let me just close these tabs and talk about what I want to talk about. The only thing I want to talk about the cast of Earthspark. They did this picture. I guess they edited. Did they? No, this is the middle of the picture. But I've heard this guy Danny Pudi. He's on Community, a show I've never watched. I think that's the one with Dan Harmon. I've heard that Dan Harmon's a jerk, so I'm not going to support his jerkness. I do like Rick and Morty, but that's about it. I'm not going to watch the one with the aliens on Hulu, or the new one that's coming out with the girl that's the daughter of the devil. I don't recognize this voice actress. John Briones, if you don't know who he is, people have jumped over this poor guy. It's like, oh, Alan Tudyk, Roy McCain, John Briones, who's that? He was in Picard. He was Annika Hansen's husband in season 2. Is the short guy with the attitude. He's also the father of the girl who plays the android. Her name is Isa Briones, so he's her dad. So that's him. Um, this is on Paramount. Picard is on Paramount, so I can see how they got him. We got Alan Tudyk. Everyone knows Alan Tudyk. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, I think, is probably his best movie. But he was in one of the Transformers. I think Revenge of the Fallen. He was in Firefly. He's K2SO in Rogue One. He's in a show called Residential Alien. He's been around. He seems like a good guy. And Rory McCain, he was in Hot Fuzz, and he's the Mountain. I think it's Clegor or Sandor. No, I think it's Clegor. Clegor Clegane. He was the guy who was going up and down mountains with Arya before Brienne fought him, and he almost died. But he did get a good death at the end of Game of Thrones. So that's it. The other voice actors, I do not recognize their names. The only one that I will point out here is Dietrich Bader. He's in Office Space. He's the neighbor with the mullet, and he was the Batman in the Brave and the Bold, where Aquaman sang the sad song of the sea. I think Aquaman was voiced by the same guy who does Bender's voice. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He was also Crosshairs in Age of Extinction. So yeah, good cast. Money, of course, because this isn't Netflix and it's not Rooster Teeth, so they can afford to pay these union actors. As you can tell, Peter Cullen did not say anything about Alan Tudyk being Optimus Prime, because Alan Tudyk is he's bringing a new thing to it. Poor Jake Foshi, he's trying to imitate Peter Cullen as well as John Bailey. It's good. I guess imitation is good, but if I got asked to be Optimus, I'd probably want to bring my own thing to it. So I could see how Mr. Cullen got mad at when they were doing the Netflix show. But money, union. Hopefully it's good. The designs suck. I do not like the designs of the show. But if the storytelling is good, I have Paramount Plus, so I'll probably give it a watch. I watched the Bots, and that was like, meh. There were some designs that I liked, but the toys didn't look like them. Frostferatu is one of my favorites. But I'll give it a watch just because I have Paramount Plus, and I usually watch something to watch something. Like, oh, it's Tuesday, Transformers is on. Let me go watch it. But that's it. Let me just bring up the last thing. There is a trailer on YouTube of the first 5 minutes of Earthspark, and it's not interesting. Well, I did like. They're kind of like pretenders, but not. The two kids have these metal things on their arm that let them communicate mentally with the robots. But they don't turn into Transformers. They don't yell "Patanda!" Dander, 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 bam, bam, bam. They don't do that. Let me see. I talked about. I guess the one last thing. I opened a whole bunch of tabs here. Let me just talk about this. It's a meat beast, so I don't really care. This is the back of the box. They weren't showing the alt modes of the toys, but the boxes that they had in this on display, uh, the boxes that they had on display, you could see the back. YouTuber Input was joking about how this picture looks like Prime's gonna have a baby. But it's Marcelo's art. Um, I have to ask him how do you pronounce his last name. I think Mark said it as Materi, but I would say as Matere. So I'll have to find out. But the art is great. I like the art. And I like these two characters. The toys, not so much. And I've been wondering what's going on with your mouth. It's weird. This is his bottom lip, but he has a line through the lip. I would rather just see, I don't know, maybe as one piece it would make more sense without that line. But this Kiss Me, I'm Irish, Irish robot. But that's one tab, and the last tab. Let me check my sound. All right, my sound's okay. The last tab that I have here, I have some tabs open for in-hand pictures of Alphatron and Orion Pax and HasLab Victory Saber. These are from a different website because SDCC is mainly in America. I guess they reached out to an affiliate in Asia and said, "Here, have these toys, show them off." But next to last thing is Legacy Skullgrin. It's just a picture of the back. So he transforms into this tank. This tank reminds me a lot of Impactor, but I'm thinking maybe that he's a retool of Impactor, but I'm not sure. I don't it I don't remember Impactor's shape to know, but I'm thinking he might be a retool of Impactor. And his head probably folds into this large box that's his chest and disappears. All right. So I also have pictures of official pictures of Earthspark. Let me close that. So I'm just going to show off the two in-hand tabs that I have open. So here we go. HasLab Victory Saber in hand. This is via Toy Walker Dick.po Facebook and ToysTV.YouTube. So they got an in-hand sample of Victory Saber. Victory Saber comes with this cool box. I usually destroy and recycle my boxes, but this is a MTO, made to order. I'm gonna keep the box. It's just I ordered two a while ago. But one is for the collection. One I'm gonna take out and panel line and silver and gold it. But I'm keeping the box. I'm not cutting it up. I'll take pictures of it. Maybe I could take it to Kinko's and scan it or something, or maybe they'll release this image as a downloadable image. And this, it looks good. It's better than a brown cardboard box that Unicron came in. It does come in a box in a ship in own container box. But yeah, these guys I don't mind. I was able to pick these guys up a couple of times at TJ Maxx for like $4.99 or $6.99. Look at all that. Every time I see lines on a white plastic, I just want to panel line it. I'm not too crazy about Victory Saber's combined form. I'll probably just have them as two separate bots. It'll be Vic, Victory Star Saber and Victory Leo. But the combined form is meh. But the two robots is I like the Lion more than I like the Victory Saber, but Victory Leo more than Star Saber. And last tab here. It's 9:38. It's almost. I've been streaming for an hour and 17 minutes. Nobody's showed up. So here we go. This is also from the same website, toyswalkerdick.po, Alphatron and Orion packs. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. So, yeah, I mean, I like both modes, but I'm not gonna pre-order it if it warms the shelves, the digital set shelves, because I think this is a Hasbro Post exclusive. If it warms the shelves, I'll buy it. I don't think this is going to be like the Behold Galvatron that'll sell out real quick. They did get more in stock of Behold Galvatron, but then he sold out quick. I was lucky I was able to get one. That was the limit. I wish I could have gotten more than one, but it was just one per customer. And Hasbro Post, they don't play that. I wanted to get two RED Star Screens, and they're like, no, you already bought the limit. And I'm like, but it's RED Starscream. No. But yeah, I like these. I like I said before, I like the cup mode. Except the cup head. They fixed that face. That cup would be perfect. Alphatron looks better here. Um, in the San Diego Comic Con pictures, it looks like his lower face was jutting out, so it looked weird. But he looks better. Maybe a little bit of panel lining and silver and golding will fix that. Yeah, Look, you can see how the white paint is like. All right, I like them a little more now. See, sometimes it's good to see things in hand. All right. An hour and 20. We are almost done. I want to say almost because I guess I got some stuff here. Sorry, just testing the sound. But since I don't have to cover my background, I'll leave the camera on. Looking at the notes that I made, I was thinking of bringing up other stuff that was revealed at San Diego Comic Con, but I didn't have time to do the research. Since I'm mostly in Transformers world, I don't know what new Gundam items, what new Gundam Universe or Gundam Infinity figures are coming out, or new Dragon Ball, Dragon Stars figures, or Halo. I do know about G.I. Joe. It was announced that we'd be getting a Serpentor with his air chariot. Think Shipwreck, Torpedo were shown as 3D renders, as gray 3D renders. And I want to say two other figures, but I'm blanking on them. Let me read through my notes here. Da, 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 da. I wrote Earthspark, good voice acting, good voice actors, but it looks bad. Ugly designs. Nick Roche, bad. Nickelodeon, if you wanted a real good looking show, you should have went to Alex Milne. I mean, Roche, he did a couple of the first More Than Meets the Eye comics, but his Wreckers stuff, like Last Stand of the Wreckers, is great. I skimmed through the second one. I think it was like Sins of the Wreckers, and then the last thing. I didn't even look at it, but the story that I do like that he did the most, I guess, was Spotlight Cup, where Cup lands on this planet with these crystals that affect his mind, and he kills Outback because he's delusional. But even the art's kind of ugly and weird, but it fits because it's like a ugly. He's like a distorted view of Cup's reality. But I'm not really crazy about Nick Roche's designs, but looks like they don't translate well to CG. Ooh. The Hasbro exclusive Orion packs, and then I wrote Victory Saber, stuff I liked, and I wrote down here um, because they were only showing the robot modes at first. Some of the alt modes leaked. Like we don't know what Blanker looks like because they lost the trademark to Point Blank, and they weren't showing the alt modes. We do know what Skullgrin looks like because it was on the back of the box and that Dragon Megatron. But the other guys we don't know. So I wrote here it really looks like Hasbro doesn't like uh, a side quest like NY New York Comic Con and SDCC because they have their post con coming up. And I do appreciate that they're doing their internet web thing with their fan first Fridays and stuff. That's good. It's a good way to get information out. During Toy Fair, Hasbro would always have a separate building, so they're not like really they don't really want to mingle with the rest. Like it'd be like if you went to Toy Fair, from what I know, everyone else was in the Jacob Javits Center, but you'd have to go to this other building to see all the Hasbro stuff. So yeah, that's why the reviews are probably meh. They're there to be like, hey, look at our current stuff, and we still exist. We're Hasbro, but I don't think they were like, yeah, this is it. We're gonna unleash the hounds. No, they'll probably do that in August or for PostCon. If NY's, I think New York Comic Con is before PostCon. If it is, don't expect to see a lot at New York Comic Con. They're gonna save all that for PostCon. But I think that's it. I'm glad to be back. I guess I never left, but I do wanna turn off this banner. I just want to say thanks to everyone who's still subscribed. I've been losing subscribers, but I kind of like, I'm like, I really, I guess this is more like of a passion for me. I do this because I want to do it. It would be great to make money, but like if I'm bored or tired and I don't want to do a live stream or a video, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to be beholden to my audience. I do appreciate them, but it's like I watch a lot of YouTubers. I was watching Rodimus Primal's stream with Bert the Stormtrooper, which I know Bert the Stormtrooper was yelling at one YouTuber for stealing his. That's just Prime, which is not his thing. But I don't know, old people, I guess. So they were doing a live stream, and Rodimus Primal, he's in a tough situation where the owner of his house, of where he's living, sold the house, and they gotta move. So if you can and want to help, you can. If you can't, then you don't have to. I mean, I wouldn't be like, I've been in that situation way back. Season two, my video is made at season two. Same thing happened. The owner of the house sold it, and we had to move out. And the next few years after that, my video reviewing was erratic. I couldn't make. I wasn't making videos like on schedule because that's life. I wanted to. I had the passion, and whenever it came out, I made the videos and I would upload them. But I never. I don't want to feel beholden. Like, oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. I gotta upload a video, or not even upload. I've recorded videos. I haven't edited them. I did one for Honkai Japan, and I did one for the new Warner Brothers game, Multiverses, and I haven't edited them and I haven't uploaded them because I'm lazy. But I'm also I like taking my trucking time. So, but I appreciate the viewers and the subscribers that are here. I like engaging with them whenever they show up because every person has their own fans, their own little fans. It may be one or two, and you may be like a YouTuber starting out and you only get like 5 views, but you got fans. Someone somewhere is going to watch your work. So take your time and do it. Enjoy it, which is the most important thing. Because I don't do this for money. I do it because I like it. I'm getting my opinion out. I'm not like expecting. Yes, this video has to hit 100 million views. It doesn't. Probably get 50. The most amount of views my videos get are 50, and I have 3,000 subscribers. I'm sure 2,050 of them are long gone, or don't get notifications anymore. That's another thing. On that YouTube stream, Rodimus Prime was talking about how difficult it is for him to get views and stuff. We're old. I've been on this thing. I was looking at through Social Blade because my Social Blade rating went from C plus to C minus. It's a backward. C to C minus. It, and then it went back up to plus, and I'm like, oh. But I was like, let me look at other YouTubers, see if any of them are A's. And most YouTubers out there, popular YouTubers like Prime versus Prime, they're B ranked. So I'm C. I could I could get up to B. I was expecting people to have A ranks. I looked up Red Letter Media, they're B. And I'm like, I'm sure they would be like A tier. But I don't know. It's crazy. But my point being, I started my channel. I think it was in 2004. The oldest YouTuber. I looked up my arch rival, Optobotomus. He started in 2007, uh, and I'm like, I've been around the block for a long time, but YouTube has changed a lot over the years. I think I mentioned before my blog is that Google is like, hey, update your blog for the analytics. You gotta change this file, this JS file or something. I'm like, I have no idea how to do that stuff. What am I gonna do? My old blog, I can't update it because it's old. I have no idea how to update it. And I think that's what happens with a lot of YouTubers, especially me because I'm old. Like the internal, it's like this is my old stuff. It used to be like that. So YouTube connects, yeah, let's connect to some new stuff. And here I am. I'm still connected like by a thread with the new stuff connected to YouTube like that. And it like the inner I think the inner workings are kind of warped on YouTube. So I can try as I might, and I don't think I'm gonna get like the views or or the attention. I've thought many a times. I've thought, let me start from fresh with this new YouTube layout and system and analytics and stuff. Let me start new. I did make a new channel, the AV Club, and they asked me for some new stuff. It was like verify using your phone. Oh yeah, and if you want to do this, you can do this. And I'm like, and then I'm looking at my old channel, and I'm like, my old channel doesn't have that option. But my new channel that I created, the AV Club, is like, oh look, you're all new, and I'm like, this is different. So I don't know. It's weird, but I like YouTube. But I'm just all this is just to say it is what it is. I'll try to make videos when I can. I'm still here. I still like doing videos. I still like Transformers. Still like interacting with people. I think I got a comment from a kid the other day. Uh, she said I'm 10, and I'm like, uh, because I don't know. When I started the channel, I always knew kids would be like, it's toys. Kids are going to be watching videos about toys. So I always kept it clean. But then I'd see people like Jobby and Perspective and talking smack, like using adult language, and I'm like, maybe I should get hit with it, but it didn't work for me. That's not me. Sometimes the languages come out of my mouth, but I'm you got to be aware that there's kids on the internet and they're probably using their parents' accounts. So I don't know. But I just wanted to say that I'm gonna take my time, but I'll put out content when I can. You can follow me on my social medias. I think I changed my Facebook, so I have to update that video. But I'm here. Ask questions, leave comments. I tried to get to your comments. The system I got. They invented this new thing where you could see your the comments that you haven't answered to. So I got like pages of comments that I haven't answered to from like the beginning of time. But I'll try to get to the recent ones that are there. But I'm here. I'm always active. Um, I'd say you got a friend in me, but just I guess I'm here. Uh, Anyway, I'm Aries0083's. It's been an hour and 36 minutes. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's 3 minutes to 10. It's 9:57. Let me end with um, my last thing. Anyway, I'll see you guys out there. Be smart, shop as smart, but just I guess the last thing I want to say is you don't. I've heard people be like, "Oh man, I wish I had a collection as big as you." To other people on the internet, once you start collecting, it'll grow. You just have to start. You start somewhere. Just buy what you like and try to get the cheapest price you can. That's my philosophy. You don't have to be that. Another thing, you don't have to be the first to get it. Sometimes the cloud is good, but it's like if I have a YouTube channel and I make a video that goes viral, that doesn't mean everyone's going to watch all the other videos on my channel. It just means that video is going to get 100 million thousand views, but no one's going to go to my channel to watch the rest of my stuff. So don't worry about being first and enjoy your toys. And remember, they're just toys. I'm Aries0083, and well, bye. Follow me on the web at twitter.com. I'm Aries0083. At Instagram.com. I'm Aries0083. At Facebook.com.
My personal profile is john.classified.5. My page is Aries0083.fans. And finally, at my blog on Blogger, Aries083-action-figure-blog.